What's up? I'm trying to get back on track here, so I finally sat down after a long time waiting to watch Firehouse Dog. It's almost 2 hours long, and it's Firehouse Dog, so I was dreading this moment for the past week. But I had some time, and I figured I had to get this thing rolling because I got to knock out 40 more by the end of the year. And I ended up loving this movie. So afterwards, I looked up the director, and his name is Tom Holland, and he actually is better known. I think he's only written a couple, or the writer of the movie. He wrote The Wizard with the the old movie from the '80s about the kid going to play video games. And then he wrote for a lot of TV shows. He wrote for Twin Peaks, Tales from the Crypt, Erie, Indiana, My So-Called Life, Friends, Malcolm in the Middle, and some other stuff too. But then after this movie, which was in 2007, he hasn't had much work since. He wrote some 30 Rock episodes. Um, but I really, really like this movie. It gets an Oz, yeah, for sure. I can't believe I'm giving Firehouse Dog that. But I thought this is a family movie done right with dogs. I mean, besides for a couple points where there was a couple stupid fart jokes, the dog, and a couple points where the dog did some CGI backflips, which like twice. And I think it almost seemed like those were thrown in afterwards to like make it more family friendly. I guess what Hollywood would be family friendly according to all these other movies that I watch. But the acting was awesome. The acting was great. Characterization was great. And I can see why they made it an hour and 50 minutes long, because they really flesh out the characters and you care about everybody. I'll kind of give you a description about what happened. The movie's about this kid who his dad is a fireman, and he lives at the firehouse like all the time. So the kid, his mom passed away a long time ago, and the dad's brother, so the kid's uncle, was killed in a fire. That is suspicious, so they're kind of trying to figure it out. And there's fires coming around the whole city. The firehouse that the dad works for is like a small one, and they're starting to shut it down. And then at the same time, there's a dog that's in Hollywood, and it's in all these movies, which are like parodies of regular movies, like Fast and the Furious. It's like Fast and the Furriest and stuff like that, which is really funny. But so the dog is shooting this scene where he's skydiving or something like that, and the beginning of the movie is kind of like, I was like, oh no, it's gonna be stupid because the dog's like skydiving and stuff, but the dog gets lost and is found by the kid, and then they find out the dog's like super trained and stuff like that, because it does a lot of action movies, so it becomes like the kind of mascot for the firehouse, and it saves the firehouse from being shut down. And it sounds kind of lame when I'm saying it, but the characterization was really good, and you care about everybody. And there's a mystery at the end that is kind of sort of obvious, but I mean, for a kids movie, is the best one that I've seen ever, probably. Not kids movie in general, but kids movie with a dog in it. That's definitely the best family movie I've seen this year in this thing, with the dogs in it. And I was so surprised. I would watch this movie for sure. It's called Firehouse Dog. It's really good. It had me watching it the whole time. I wasn't, bored, or I didn't get distracted. And it was almost 2 hours long. And usually, even in theaters with new movies, I get really bored easily. And this was written really well. So I was looking up other movies, and I'm kind of bummed that he hasn't written much else since then, movie-wise. But I can see why he gets a lot of work as a TV show writer, because he's really good at writing characters. And usually in movies like this, every movie or every background character is just cliche, or disposable, or cookie cutter, just terrible, like Air Bud. This is the perfect movie. Why I always rip on Air Bud, and everybody got mad at me for hating it, but this is the movie you should be watching Firehouse Dog. I can't believe. This is the movie that Air Bud should be. If this dude wrote Air Bud, I bet you any money Air Bud would be good. Because he would put better characterization into the family. The movie's more about the people in it than the dog. Even though you do care about the dog too. But it's more about the people in the firehouse. And the kid was kind of annoying, but he stops being annoying too later on. And it was worthy of the hour and 52-minute mark because he made well with it. And a lot of the stunts the dog did were really good. And even though there was a couple points where the dog did like backflips and stuff that you could tell were totally CGI, it was used sparingly. It's just stuff where you couldn't do with the dog anyway, because you can't throw dogs off cliffs unless you're Milo and Otis. But Milo and Otis sucks. Still sucks. But yeah, this movie's cool. You should rent it off Netflix, or maybe you can find it. It seems like something that there would be a lot over a Blockbuster, like if you were renting it as a kid, but there's no more of those. So, yep. I recommend this to anybody who likes family movies, or if you like dog movies for some reason. I guess I kind of do sometimes. So, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Not too many left. Only, what, 39? We can do it. Bye.